topic here is about life organization. But life organization is an institution, it's a civilization, and so this is belong to economical department, so how we're organized. And we call it economic because we nominate money, but we certainly talking about energy, yes, because if we organize our lives like we don't need, like we can exchange by some tickets, it's life organization, it's all energy, it's about how we communicate it and what we set as our rights. So here we talk about the space, the peace, and we can say Euro-Asia, and we can say Asia. For the moment, we talk about Asia, but the topic of Germany, we nominate as a second world and the situation, and that the ideas that was previously and in Europe alive, and the German institution and the philosophy, and this is a point on Jewish, like this is a fall of Yehud. No, I would say it's a cry of this cry of Germany, German, that period about the loss of the result of the First World War. And we're talking about the revolution for the new rights with the philosophy. So the difficulty to explain it now, because for the modern world it was after the Second War, prepared information in different condition, and we are all programmed differently. We see economy a part of religion, which is not so when we talk about civilization. And Marx, by Marx's name, was the present communism, which maybe not realized exactly, but in some certain level it was organized this. So different system for use of money and how we share it in the society, but it turned to be showing as a war against more civilized people for the more common and let's say poor mass. So they transformed it in this way, and they to exist in this world, these rich people make this opposite to set this war between communists as a red nation, as a poor, and the intelligence, the culture, and from another side. But that, and if you're talking about economic system, in the time of the First War and the Revolution and the previously, yes, this was the philosophy before Nicholas II, the Russian Tsar, died and was killed, murdered. And so this period we're just talking about the Reformation and the new philosophy to understand that bad rights of the church, they are so far from that Eden, the paradise that we find in India when we meditate, and that people, Hinduism, and that metaphysic, because this is energy, everything is energy, everything is soul, and so how we share between us energy. And when we see this capitalistic world, we see this war about money, the people, the same slaves, the same owners, or this family hierarchy, or the other culture about how to kill, how to progress, like use everything to have your aim. And here we also can meet the philosophy from somewhere side there, because all this is a Jewish tunnels between them to control the world under one philosophy, to beliefs, and it is only certain circle of people are keeping this knowledge that are not transformed in the society, they are not improved. So if it is by language on someone state that we say how it is, it doesn't matter. It's about mason, how you realize, how you build. If you build negative things around and you call another kind of energy, so you cannot be this kind of good person to say. So this is about civilization, what you translate. And so when we see these persons, like for example, a Nazi was showing that we measure the faces, this is this nation, this is this nation. They was just showing the time when they was end and lose this territory of those new Marxist trilogy for the socialism as well, under those controlled to be attached. When they saw it, they will just cry about, in general, a base that maybe some will call to this, how to say, to stay with it, to not be coward, all this, because so deep understand the system and the world. It was not all mass, all mass now, all this hierarchy they may understand, but in reality, to realize this is not internet time that you can show easily. There's something you can explain, but it's differently, and so it was hard. And so the RAS, it's not about RAS words, it's about characteristic. The people that acknowledge that someone called alchemy, you already by face, by constitution, may recognize what person is. Watch this Stephen King. This is King of Horror, the movie. He's awful. He's a negative person looking. He's looking like maniac, like I don't know. And you have this in the criminal system. You certainly have some shape as you can recognize some defect, and this is a fact. And now democracy teaches us to like everything. But if we see this children is sick, you may say it's you not give any good to the children by saying that, oh, if person not understand you. And when you're talking with a sick mind person, you as a doctor, you can talk in different way, for example. But a lot of doctors are sick the same. They are called like it is object. No, there is a system to understand. This is about a lot of things. It's acknowledges to know it deeply. It needs to give a soul for the subject that you learn, and you can be called and you can understand, acknowledge it, accept them, but not know it. And stones, when we talk about stones keep this energy with ages, it's alive. The stone is alive. The stone is give us as the sun, the warm. And we receive it, it's all energy around. And this we're talking about India and about Jew, this Kabbalah system, how I will kick those ass by telling them be human, be simple, and I will know what to do with you. This is philosophy. And they show these ideas about Shiva, about other things, like it's something bad, like it's wish, it's very bad. So they devaluate it into another. So the good, the philosophy, the metaphysics that otherwise you cannot explain, turns to be shown as the bad things and bad signs. And the bad signs, for those who rule, to show a simple, you don't know nothing, you are good. It turns to be good. So they show it differently. And this is this Lucifer that what actually I spoke about. And here, next step, we will speak about Asia, Marx, and organization, economy, peace, and the idea of Eden. Eden, that peace and nirvana. This is the Eden. the nirvana, when we have not to run, we may do our work, we have to work, because when we are doing something, we are human, we need to do, we dance, or we do some classes, or we cook, or we are gonna anything, because we need to be in some process to learn to know this world, to also to accumulate with stones, to create sculptures, probably, yes, and this is doings. But I mean, the peace, the religion, the understanding of your human nature, that you don't need to call the bad side of you to afraid, but you need to be with the peace and give this peace to the. So we're talking the two different conception, and the true, which is only one, and so Asia and the peace and the life quality, and how it's possible to better organize this Asian space for the peace, for the soul. Because who know, somewhere lives someone who call him Nazi because he can put this blame on Germany to say so, but have this idea about the crazy people who think, oh, I will take those nuclear, you will not have it, then other time with the water I will kill you all, I will live on this earth. Somewhere could be that people who believe in these crazy ideas to suppression, and that's why they said this racism as idea to us. The global idea should be the peace, but they make this noise very strange way, and this is not ecology, which the Christianity and of course the rulers of them from the Islam are also this, defender of those families, those territories. Also, that's not a peace God people enough. It's they can set some somewhere at least communism for the better this and anarchy inside of this group of Islam. Somewhere there's normal Arabs living, or I don't know, or Asian, but we cannot compare it to Buddhism. It's also danger.